So let's kind of take a look at what happened today. So coming into today, these areas right here had not been taken out in the NQ, but they were on the ES. Okay, so if we were to continue higher, which was the draw on liquidity, we have this 4-hour fair value gap here on both the ES and the NQ that we can deliver from. So all we basically need is some type of SMT. So we go down to the lower time frame charts. Okay, we're going to go down to the 15-minute chart, which we usually do from the 4-hour. Okay, and we're looking for some type of SMT, okay, that will enable us to tell us that we are going to defend that area. So the first clue is NASDAQ did not take out Asia low after London session, and ES did. So we had an SMT. We created fair value gaps on the way. Then we inversed that fair value gap, okay, right here on a 15-minute, which targeted the London high. Okay, now these blue lines up here were the eventual targets, but this was pre-market. Okay, and we see this a lot in pre-market where you can take these 15-minute trades. Okay, and I would have taken the second one because I don't like the first one, kind of closed just above. The second one was a little better. Okay, and you can target pretty much those London highs for about a 1.25 risk to reward trade. Okay, based off the 15-minute, 4-hour, internal to external, 15-minute inverse fair value gap, internal 4-hour to external 15-minute. Okay, so that was the pre-market London trade. Okay, now coming into this morning, we obviously took out London highs in right on the opening. Okay, and we didn't really form any SMT. Okay, and the bias was still bullish because we had 4-hour deliverance from a 4-hour fair value gap. We had SMT, we had confirmation. Okay, but in the morning we created these equal lows right here. Okay, and once we inversed this fair value gap, and I had it on a 30-second, the 30-second was a little lower. It was right here. It was a little bit cleaner. Okay, so on this inverse of the 30-second right here, we had a draw on liquidity play right directly to those equal lows and a little bit more. Okay, about a 1.5 to risk to reward trade, not huge, but a very, very good trade to those equal lows. But the bias is still bullish, so we're not really going to sit here, okay, and look for a big move on the bullish side because this is just a draw on liquidity trade. Okay, now we're going to look for a reason that we can possibly go higher. Okay, so from 10 to 15, the market really just kind of stayed in a range. Okay, but if we go to the higher time frames, because this is where we really want to check things out. Okay, after that initial move to the London highs and that pullback, okay, what do we want to see? We have fair value gap right here on the 15-minute, right there. And we have a 15-minute right there on the 15-minute on the ES right here. Okay, so as we came into this fair value gap, we had an at the tag SMT. NQ broke below this area into the gap, and ES didn't even come into the gap. It was a small gap. Okay, and okay, it had an SMT with the candle that caused the fair value gap. So now we have an SMT at a 15-minute fair value gap. Now we have every reason to go higher. We just need a trigger. Okay, now if you notice, there is no fair value gap at all in the 15-minute. So let's go down to the 10-minute. We have no fair value gap on the 10-minute on this leg. So let's go down to the 7-minute. Finally, the 7-minute, we have a fair value gap. Okay, so we mark this. Okay, and what we're looking for is a break above here to confirm this SMT and start attacking these highs and these highs after. So eventually we got that 7-minute target. Now you can buy right here and then target those levels higher. Okay, your stop's going to be, down below this candle right here. Or you could do what I did and look for a better price. And I was able to get it because of this 1-minute move down, and I'll show it to you. Okay, once we closed above, okay, that area, okay, we had a pullback into that 7-minute. And this is the pullback into the 7-minute. This candle right here that pulled back after we closed above the 7-minute, okay, that's where I was looking for a pullback and an entry. And if you go to the 1-minute, okay, and you could have taken this on the 1-minute or the 2-minute. We have this fair value gap right here. And let me just take this fair value gap away so you can see it. And once we inverse this fair value gap, we can now enter the trade attacking this high and then these blue line highs, which are the 4-hour targets, pivot highs that we have here. Okay, so there was the trade right there, the entry. Okay, we break even right after we close above this level. All right. And then our first target is going to be the external high, which would have been about a 1.71 risk to reward. That first target would have been 3.25, and that final target would have been 5.5 risk to reward trade. Okay. This was definitely the best trade of the day, probably one of the best trades of the week.
Hey everyone, it's Dale here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like to trade alongside me and our team of prop firm funded traders every day, then click the link below the video and hop aboard. We are looking forward to trading with you.